back to the coverage. Weekend edition of the NCAA season. 99 new heroes off the game. It is a 2-point lead for the Letran Knights. They finished that first quarter on a 9-0 run. And 7 of those came from one guy, Kurt Rayson, who had 3 straight baskets. 7 straight points for Letran. Pero ito naman yung bawi mula kay Resty Fornis, the backup big of Mapua.
I like the way Mapua adjusts. You know, if they can't make shots from the outside, they'll go sort of near, mga 15-footer, and it works for them. So it's great to see that they adjust quickly sa kanilang offense. And going back to Letran, what a first quarter. Grabe, that's all you need. You guys have to be aggressive, and everyone is getting the feel of the game, getting their groove, and yan, yun yung maganda talaga tingnan when you go Letran and Mapua, because both teams are almost alike. Both of them are aggressive. So at the end, you just have to make sure the most aggressive one and consistent one comes out.
And this is another battle of Intramuros for you guys. Wow! Kurt Rayson cradling that ball in midair.
Had time to do that. What a way to attack the basket.
9 points off the bench for Rayson. And he continues to pace this Letran team. Hernandez backs down against Bonhe. Escamis now. Dinidiscard yan. Itong si Garubin. Escamis losing the rock. And here comes Kurt Rayson. He is currently in the zone. Rayson! Just missed the layup, but there's a whistle.
Yeah, you can't blame Kurt being, angry, because that's his shot.
Now I want to check out this move again. Rayson.
Wow.
With a crafty finish around the rim.
Yes, this is the Kurt Rayson we all love and want to see, being aggressive, such contagious energy. So let's see how this plays out for him. What a way.
9 points for Kurt Rayson. All right, let's go to our report here in the second quarter. Simulan natin sa side ng Mapua with Lexi Gonzalez. Lexi.
Revenge season namin to. Yan ang sabi sa akin kanina ni Clint Escamis. Last season ay hindi man sila nakabawi sa Letran, pero this time around ay malaki ang tsansa na tuluyan na nilang matalo ang 3-peat defending champion. Sabi nga ni Paulo Hernandez, hindi raw sila magre-relax at magpo-focus sila ngayon sa malakas na physicality na uumpisahan din nila this game. Pagdating naman sa personal na buhay, open naman daw magkaroon ng girlfriend si Clint. Pero habang single pa, ay focus muna siya na maabot ang kampyonato. Importante rin talaga ang motivation at inspiration sa players, di ba Martin and Andre?
Maraming salamat, Lexi. Grabe yung sidestep mo dun, Okay, so we understand the mission of Mapua.
Yes.
Of course, they want to get back to the promised land after missing out on the Final Four last year.
Yes.
From the talk of basketball in the first part, biglang shift dun sa really magka-girlfriend, no?
Relationship.
Relationship.
So, I guess we can see it translate in this game because Clint is very focused.
Yeah.
Kumbaga, ang kanyang first love, obviously, we can say is basketball. Kitang-kita yung sacrifices na ginagawa niya kasi I was able to interview him for Bolahan. Grabe, like, he doesn't hang out much with friends. He focuses in school. And this is what you want to see in a player who's very motivated in playing the game as well as being a student. So, yeah. Come on, Clint. You're still young. Darating yan. But for now, this is focus on your career and good on you.
That's advice from Kuya Andre, who's been there and done that. Okay. But Clint Escam is having a fantastic return to the NCAA. I think number 8 in scoring, number 2 in assists, and number 1 in steals. Overwhelmingly, our steals leader at a little over 4 steals a game. So they will review this. Last foul against Paulo Hernandez. Fouling Kobe Monhe. It was a hard foul. So kaya sinisilip to ng mga officials natin kung i-upgrade nila into an unsportsmanlike foul. We already had one.
Yes.
Called against Letran earlier. Against Ira Batalier. Okay. So, that time, it was a hard foul. But Hernandez could argue, Paulo could argue, that he was going for the ball.
Yes.
Yeah. We'll see. Of course, our referees have a different view, of course, and of course, more knowledge of our rules. So just a regular foul on Paulo Hernandez.
Yes.
So no upgrades. Yeah. But Letran will have a chance to extend their lead. Kobe Monje, second-year player for the Letran Knights. Last year, we saw him back up Luis Angalang, Pau Havillonar. This time, he's one of the main gunners of the Knights.
Speaking of Kobe Mone, from last season, kitang-kita yung hustle niya, the way he runs the floor. He just loves running. Parang alam mong pag off-season pa rin siya sa track and field because he doesn't get tired. He'll run the floor. He knows his role. And ngayon naman, I'm sure he embraced another role. And yung kitang-kita yung effectiveness niya.
Oh, Escamis! Foul in the finish! What a quick execution for Mapua. And what a foot race we just had. That was between Garupil and Escamis. With Escamis getting the better end of this play. How about this? Clint just throwing it up. Not the best start for him, but this basket could actually get him going.
Exactly. And from the previous game and also their first round meeting, this is what Clint has established. He will always run the floor, always go hard. That's why if you're going to defend him, you have to keep a body on him. And true enough, you have to have the fastest guy. It could be the strongest, the biggest, fastest guy who can keep up with him.
Ito naman sa kabila. Gusto agad siyang bawian. Ito ni Stephen Garupil. That was the first basket, by the way. First points of the game for Clint Escamis. And fourth team foul already for the Mapua Cardinals. Okay, let's now go to Letran's side. Here is the second quarter update coming from Julia Ong. Julia.
Magkaroon kayo ng kumpiyansa sa bawat tira. Diinan nyo pa ang depensa at iikot nyo pa ang bola. Ayan ang mga naging paalala ni Coach Renzi Bahar sa pagpapatuloy ng larong ito. Mananalo tayo dito. Ituloy lang natin yung tinatakbo natin at iyak na ito hanggang dulo. Ayun lang muna sa ngayon. Balik sa inyo.
Maraming salamat, Julia. Yung tiin na yan na sinasabi ni at nire-remind ni Coach Renzi, you know, that's what's lacking, I think, for Letran here in season 99. It's not that, you know, they don't show it in the games. They just don't show it all throughout the game. Yun yung consistency na hinahanap nito ni Coach Renzi. And especially if you're facing the number one team in the league, kailangan consistent yung energy at intensity mo.
Exactly. And they have the right tools, the right plays, the right people. They just have to execute consistently talaga.
That's right. And now they're doing a great job here in the first half. Ken Ariar able to score underneath. That's another good half-court execution for Letran. Ooh! Bonifacio is down, got hit in the midsection, but Escamis scores. Bonifacio is hurting. This is another hit on Warren Bonifacio. Wow. Okay.
I mean, we did not see that from our angle, so I'm sure there'll be another angle for us to see alongside with the referees.
Bonifacio got hit in the first quarter by Ira Batalier. Ito, tignan natin to. Pau Havillonar. Bonifacio approaches Havillonar. Ooh. May paramdam. Okay.
Because Warren is 6'4". He's one of like the biggest guys on the floor for Mapua, and for him to go down that fast. So let's see if there's another replay.
May force yun. Oo. Kung bumagsak siya. Okay, 24-20. We hope we could put things in order after this. Let me just... And the second one as well on Warren Bonifacio. All right, it's a 4-point lead for Letran. If you're the Knights, you know, these are the things you don't need.
Yes.
Diba? Kasi lamang kayo, ganda ng nilalaro nyo.
Yeah, kumbaga yung momentum na sa inyo eh. Like all the motivation you need is right there. All the energy nasa inyo na eh. And you wouldn't want to lose that by doing stuff like this. Yung mga lapses with the fouls you give. So you just have to be smart, especially if you're one of the go-to bigs. You have to be careful. And going back to the way Havillonar has been playing lately, he's been great, huge help as a big. He knows how to use his body inside the paint. But when it comes to defense talaga, you just have to be very careful. Lalo na ngayon, like how many cameras do we have out there?
That's
so
right.
you can't just say, sorry, my bad, because there'll always be a replay at the end. You have to listen and agree with what the referee gives you.
Well, yeah, we know Pau though. He's been at it since our previous seasons here in the NCAA, but we'll see what the decision will be from our referees. Again, crew chief Mike Tolentino, FIBA International referee, very busy in this game. Ayun. Didn't have force. Because from afar, we can't really judge it.
You really can't.
Yeah, okay. So, this is another unsportsmanlike foul. This time against Paolo Javillonar. Second unsportsmanlike foul called against Letran. And both were during a defensive sequence against Warren Bonifacio.
Exactly.
Right?
Making a foul on Mapua, number 18, Jopet
You gotta also give it to Warren.
Upon
He just
review,
stood
it
up,
was an
act
unsportsmanlike
like nothing happened. But of
foul
course,
on
if one of us were on the
number
court and
9,
that happened, of
Paolo
course we'll feel
Javillonar,
something.
Yeah.
category
Oh.
number 1.
Accident
A
or
legitimate attempt
whatever
to
has
win the
happened.
ball.
You just have to go with what the referee calls and make sure it doesn't affect you or affect the team when you guys play. Especially like you mentioned, Letran has the lead right now, so they don't need these unnecessary things happening for them.
So, FIBA International referee Mike Tolentino and crew chief just clarifying the situation with head coach of Letran, Renzi Bahar. And this is Pau Javillonar on your screens. Just called for the unsportsmanlike foul. Warren Bonifacio back at the free throw line. He knocks down the free throw and they will get ball possession. So, Javillonar will check out. Batalier is back in the game. 24 all. Kanina, 4 ang abante ng Letran. Now we're all tied up. Escamis to step back. Left it short, but the offensive board going to Soriano. And to work with. Escamis with the right elbow. Wala pa rin. Another offensive rebound for Mapua.
This is what we're talking about. Like, Letran can be in the lead, but they also have to get back on defense by also locating the nearest man for that box out. Even for both teams, they can't just not. They have to focus. They just have to keep on boxing out. Guys, some people, it's not part of the stats. You really have to help your team defending and also getting those rebounds.
Also a miss from Ira Batalier on the other side. Mapua had 3 chances in the previous possession. And this is going to be an offensive foul on the screen against Jopet Soriano. It was Ben Garupin getting into the mix.
Wow, seeing bodies on the floor.
I know.
Kitang-kita yung aggressiveness of both teams.
Well, we mentioned physicality earlier. I think it was Lexi who mentioned that. So we're seeing it so far here in the first half.
And of course, yung gigil na dun because both teams just came from a loss. So of course, gusto nilang bumawi talaga. But of course, kung ganon, dapat in a better way and as a team.
New face on the board for Letran. Bohorcelo just checked in. Wow. Batalier will attack. Stopping on the dime. Spray to the corner. Bohorcelo.
Wow.
Just checked in. Cashing in a 3 right away.
This is one of the things you need also in Letran by if you can't attack the basket, your plays aren't going well. If you can kick that out to a reliable shooter, do so, and that's one way to get your team going.
Hernandez sending it out. Pass is broken. Paolo gets it back. Shot clock is down to 3. He fades away. Still nothing for Paolo Hernandez. He is 0 out of 3. Bohorcelo now. Ariar puts it on the deck. Ariar, the spin, the shot, and the hoop. Letran is ahead by 5. And that triggers a quick timeout for the Mapua Cardinals. Almost halfway done here in the second frame. currently at the bench of Letran. Had a nice game against Perpetual, 14-8-1, providing yung headline natin, the physical presence, especially the inside presence for the Letran Knights.
If you can go back to the game, grabe, the way he was patient at the post area, he can always create his shots. And ang ganda tingnan kasi it's rare to have those bigs these days that who can post up, who can create for themselves. Pero that is Paolo Habilinar. And he's averaging 7.4 points per game. Pero last game, 14 points kasi kitang-kita na yung the way he plays, yung energy, motivation niya, and of course yung green light. So if he can carry that on in this game, that will be huge for Letran because all we need right now is him to be aggressive and also getting his teammates involved.
Part of all those Letran championships, 3 straight. Ao Habilinar, one of the veteran bigs. Now we go to the post. It is back with Warren Bonifacio. Bonifacio misses again. Ball is collected by Ariar. Ahead for Monje. Kobe. And Letran will slow it down. Batalier thought about it. Instead, goes back to Kuaho. Back to Batalier. Nice feed. Kobe Monje with the inside finish.
What a beautiful counter. What a way. If things don't go your way by attacking the basket, magandang defense. There'll always be someone open kapag nag-double team. And what a way for Kobe to be able to cut and receive the ball in the perfect spot and also at the right time.
And the Knights established their biggest lead of the game. That pass was broken off by Dave Wahao. And here's Asuncion coming in for the first time, replacing Cyrus Cuenco. Let's check out this sequence. Kit Ariar. Attack recto first, and then the setup for Kobe Monje. Big-to-big action right there. Escamis uncorks, misfires again. Mapua still struggling from the outside. Now 1 out of 10.
And correct me if I'm wrong, pero yung defense ng Letran doon was a zone. So, in other words, the only shots that you can comfortably take are outside shots. But the thing is, Mapua hasn't been connecting. So these are the shots that Letran wants them to take. So it will always be obviously be different if those shots are connecting. Pero as of now, it's not. So what a way for Letran to adjust on their defense. And noticing that they are also struggling from the outside.
Yeah. Now Letran can play zone all the way. Habang nagmimintis itong Mapua mula sa labas. And here's that drive by Kin Ariar against Asuncion, giving himself an opportunity at the free throw line. Kurt Grayson, who scored 10 points off the bench earlier, checks back in the game. And Kint Ariar, a staple of the starting unit for Letran, came off the bench today at the free throw line. Misfiring on the first. Of course, Letran Knights, you gotta capitalize on this situation. If you're Letran, Andre, you're up against the #1 team in the league right now. 7 points. It's a comfortable advantage here in the first half. So you gotta figure out how you will maintain it.
Yeah, because every score matters, especially sa free throws. Importante talaga yan. So I'm sure both teams, like as basketball players before heading home after practice, you have to end training with free throws. Kaya sobrang importante talaga yung mga free throws ngayon sa game na to.
That's right. Biggest lead for Letran, 32-24. Escamis tries from the corner. Wala pa rin. Another chance for Mapua. Ball is tapped around. Rosilio dives for it. Letran will have it. Mapua now 1 out of 11 from the outside. So in the last 2 games, they are 2 out of 34 from long distance.
I guess we can say that Letran scouted them very well. Pero going back to Mapua, even if we saw sometimes that they are not connecting from the outside, ang ganda rin ng mga adjustment nila by attacking the basket or also those drop passes. But yun na lang, I guess the height advantage in length is with Letran. So every time they drive, they get bothered. So nahihirapan rin sila mag-drop pass sa kanilang mga teammates.
It's a strong drive from Teo Guahao. And Letran with their first double-digit lead of the game. Rosilio pinapahirapan. Here's Recto. Oh, he stepped on the sideline. So another turnover for Mapua here. That is their 9th of the game. Letran will have it. And they also hold the 10-point lead. TV. Jopit Soriano had a solid game against Benil, against Gozum, Corteza, coming off the bench as well, 14 points on an efficient 6 out of 7 outing with 5 rebounds.
Yeah, and if you're a coach, this is a player you want exactly as a power forward connected to a hustle player.
Yeah.
You gotta respect what he can do on the court. Attacks the basket, can shoot from the outside, and also get his teams involved. Kaya these are the players you want on your team. And yun nga lang, so happens now, he's still trying to get his rhythm. But obviously, if both teams have their players all in rhythm, it's going to be an exciting match like now. So yun nga lang, we're just going to wait for Soriano to get back on the court.
That's going to be a foul on Peter Rosillo. Mapua already in the penalty, and we still have 2:50 remaining here in the second quarter. Kirk Rayson will try to take advantage of that. One of the better games for Kurt Rayson, especially efficiency-wise. 4 out of 6 from the field, and 2 out of 3 so far from the free throw line.
You know, one thing I've noticed also with the offense of Letran right now, they're very calm.
Yeah.
They're very, they are controlling the pace. And if this is the game you're in, and you're almost Mapua and Letran are almost like a running team. They'll attack when they can shoot from the outside. It's almost similar. You have to just control the pace and see what the defense gives you. And that's what Letran was doing very well. Is they're controlling the pace, reading the defense, and attacking at the right time or converting their shots when needed. Kaya yun yung maganda eh.
Paulo Hernandez. Iniscarte. Hernandez drop off is picked off. Letran doesn't have the numbers, but Rayson will pull up for 3. No go. Ariar almost coming up with it. Just couldn't secure the basketball. Talisay now draining the triple.
There you go.
Much needed 3-point conversion for Mapua.
Much needed indeed.
But Quao rather.
Wow!
With the counter of that baseline J.
When you mention Quahao, you automatically think of drive strong, attack the basket. But this kid also has the mid-range game. Kaya if you can defend him well from attacking, best believe you have to also defend him in the mid-range because he can also make those shots.
That's right, Deo Quahao making his presence felt in this one. Off a drive earlier. Ito yung 3 puntos muna. Second 3 of the game for Mapua. And on the other side, despite lacking the numbers in transition here, Deo Quahao turn around. Might be a difficult shot, but he drained it over Paulo Hernandez. Maren Bonifacio. Lead is still 10. Jopit Soriano with the escape inside. That's a nice pass.
And a beautiful play also. Probably Letran was expecting a shot from the outside, but what a way to counter by drop passing and going inside the painted area. Where they are also strong.
A little too quick on the trigger was Ira Batalyon rather. Here's Bonifacio. Sends it out. Talisay from the other side. Comes up short. Ooh. Okay. I think Mapua thought that he got fouled, but instead... Hold on.
Let's see.
Check out first this replay. Bonifacio finding Soriano inside.
Cardinals number 7.
Okay.
Second infraction of faking a foul.
Oh, okay.
Rafael replacing
So,
Vincent
technical
Quahao.
foul called against Kobe Dalisay. Second offense on faking a foul. So,
Comes in for
one free throw for Kurt
Rosillo.
Rayson coming up. 37-29. Initially, Mapua thought Dalisay was fouled. Pero yung referees natin na-detect that he was actually faking the contact.
I'm just glad we have, great cameras to capture that. Kasi from this angle, kala nga natin na foul.
Yeah. So Kurt Grayson at the free throw line. Again, they can live at the free throw line at this point of the second frame. As kanina pa nasa penalty. Itong Mapua Cardinals. So it's something they could take advantage of here. 12 points already for Kurt. And here's Porcelo bringing the ball across for Letran. Grayson now. Kurt, the pull-up jumper. Too strong. Hernandez gets it. Pow. Kobe for three.
Mapua hurrying up too much. They had more time to set up and get the offense that they want. But of course, if you're Letran, that's the shot you want Mapua to take.
Yeah. And also Kurt Grayson a little out of control on the counter-attack. Rafael Go ang tatawagan dito. We haven't seen much of Rafael Go. I think this is his first entry to the game. Cyrus Cuenco coming in for Warren Bonifacio. So a shorter but faster lineup on the court for Coach Randy, with Jopet Soriano being the only legitimate big. Cuenco. Iniscartian Sigo. Escames. Cuenco from the corner. Got it!
Like what you mentioned, a very fast lineup and it's very effective. Kita-kita, quick release. Those are the players you need right now at times like this. Kung magaling or mabilis close out ang defense like what Letran's doing, you need players who can shoot as fast as they can. Of course, accurately as well.
Lead is down to 7 for Letran. Grayson on his spine, but Go got smothered. Or that was Monhe rather, getting smothered up top.
And that was good defense on the part of Mapua. But going back to Letran, that was a nice move by Kurt kasi knowing that alam na ng Mapua na they'll be able to defend him when he attacks the basket. But he's ganda ng court vision ni Kurt kasi he can find that drop pass also. But so happens na timingan lang ng Mapua.
So it's Letran basketball with 5.7 remaining here in the first half. Solid lead going into the halftime break for the Letran Knights, and they could add on to it in the next sequence. The trigger man is Grayson. Oh, Batalier is open. That's too strong. Couple of seconds for a heave. And that's how we will end the first 20 minutes of action in this battle of Intramuros. The Letran Knights with a 7-point lead into the halftime break. Pagbalik po natin, we will award another member of the NCAA family who won it in the Asian Games, recent Asian Games. Abangan niyo po yan mga kapuso sa pagbabalik ng NCAA Season 99 on GTV.